everyone, I'm Cheryl Hamilton, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Maui, and today I want to show you a technique I'm calling split circle technique. And I think this has been around for about a year or more. I've seen them, but this is the first time I've given it a try. And I think you're going to love it. It's really simple. Here's one of the cards I made with it, and you just use some circles, cut them in half, and it makes this really pretty swirl. And here's a second card that's really pretty, where I think it looks kind of like a wave in this one. Yeah, so stay tuned and I'll show you how to make these. So the way I like to do this technique is to, I use my layering circles dies, and you can see I'm using the ones, and I'm not using the ones that are right together. There's two of them missing in here, and it makes a larger swirl. This is what happened when I made, when I just used the three smallest circles that fit together. Let me see. It was like that. That was still really pretty, but I kind of prefer a bigger swish. Okay, so hopefully you have layering circles. If you don't have this, I realize you could probably use the old Stitch Shapes dies, possibly, but I think you should get this because you're going to use it over and over. So for this, what I do with my cards is I start out and I make enough circles for 2 cards, and I'll show you why in a second. But so with the large die, I'm cutting out one color, which is Soft Succulent, and then the second color I'm using is Evening Evergreen. And then for the middle, I've cut out 2 of the same size, and this is Coastal Cabana. So take a look at this. This is what you're going to start with. I'm going to cut them in half, and I guess I'm confident enough, we'll hope I don't blow it, that I can do 2 at a time. So I put them together. Actually, the smallest is the easiest. You can see what I'm doing. So fit them together, or else just do 1 at a time. And this one I'm putting between the 2 ones right there. Can you see? No. See the 1 inch, 1 inch? I'm going to slide it right up there and center it. So it's like a little less than 1 inch. And I'm going to hold down right here so my circle doesn't slide. And just, there I go. So I've got 4 of those. And set them aside. I'll do the middle now. And again, it doesn't take much math, but you have to get them in the middle. So this one, I can tell it's going 1 1/4 inch, and I do the same on the other side, slide it up and just line it up so it's in the middle of those lines. Hold it down. And the large one seems to be about 1 1/2. So again, I put it up to the top, just try to center it. And there you go. Okay, so that's how I get this, and this is actually enough for 2 cards, so I'll show you how it's done. You're going to start with, just grab a large one, and before you glue, set it out so you know what you're doing. Medium, I'm putting them, I don't want to put them right here in the middle. I want to put them off to the left. And then I'm grabbing the different color, which is Soft Succulent, putting it off to the left. Okay, so you can, then you're kind of going to repeat, but with opposite colors. So this one is, instead of being Evening Evergreen, it's Soft Succulent. The middle is always the same. And instead of Soft Succulent there, I'm using Evening Evergreen. So put it out there so that you know what you're doing first and it makes sense. Then you're going to turn it around, line up the middle together, and yeah, you can see that's good. This pile of stuff gives you enough for 1 more card. So just set it aside and make sure you use it. So here we go. Glue it down. And just to get it straight, I kind of push it down like this to get the top even, and then with my finger I make sure it's right even with the edge. Yep, so that looks really good. I'm going to do the second one. With this one, the colors again are just switched around, but the middle is always the same. Scoot over. Okay, I've already done the bottom of the card for you. I cut soft succulent 8.5 by 5.5, scored it down the middle at 4 1/4, and then for the Designer Series paper piece, I just cut it in a little bit, so it's 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and I've glued it down. Then I'm going to line these up and try to just make sure, you know, like I want it over just a bit. Make sure they're kind of straight up just a bit. And then I don't press it down all the way till I have both of them down there. There's one. And again, you're kind of lining up the middle. So before I press it down, I'm looking to see if it looks pretty straight. It does. It looks good to me. Oops, I just moved it. And I'm pushing it over because it was a little bit off. You want all the lines to line up as well as they can. There you go. Oh, I love that. And then for the middle, I'm using a strip of Sahara sand just to cover the little line there. I've also done it with ribbons. See how my Aloha one has a ribbon on it? But it's nice to cover it. And I am stamping it with Thanks for Everything. I don't know where it comes from. It must be, it's from On the Horizon. That's what it is. And I'm going to stamp it with Evening Evergreen. I'm going to get it straight. When you stamp, just tap, tap, tap. Don't dunk it in there really hard. And actually for this one, I'm going to stamp it off to the left because I want butterflies on the right. Okay, that's good. I'm going to pop it up with some dimensionals. I might use the mini ones. Oh, I didn't tell you the measurements. It's 1/2 by, I don't know what. I don't have a ruler either. Let me just look. 1/2 inch by 4.5 inches for this one. Okay, just before I really push it down, again, I'm trying to make sure that it's even, and that looks good. I'm going to grab some butterflies. These are gorgeous, you guys. They are $8, but I think they'll last you a long, long time. Using my Take Your Pick tool, and one off to this side and a little one. Oops, come here. And that's it. Isn't that fun? So I hope you guys give this a try. Now I want to show you a totally different look that you can get with this split circle technique. Now for this one, you need one large, one medium, and one small of different colors. And I'm gonna cut these circles in half. Oops. That one's polished pink. This one's granny apple green. And the last one is pale papaya. Okay, and then for this, I'm just gonna layer them on top again and put them kind of to the left side. Or the right side. It's just do the same on each of your circles. Let me see this one, and then these are fun. To choose these colors, I could have done anything. One of the first card I did was monochromatic. It was in blues, which was really pretty, and I wanted to choose some different colors. And I have a Pinterest board that's all colors, and that's really nice if you're just stuck. So I went to that and chose one of the color combinations on that. Okay, now let me think. So it's instead of going like this, which I was doing with the other cards, I'm going to put it together. So I've started with a card base that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored down the middle at 4 1/4. And then I cut a piece of basic white, 4 inches by 5 1/4, and put it through the embossing with painted texture 3D embossing. That I ran through the Stampin' Cut and emboss machine. Okay, and then let me put these on top. Okay, that looks pretty well centered, and I want to do something across. I don't know how big that is. Let me measure. I think it's 3.5 by 1/2. See if this will cover it. Yeah, that'll do fine. So I'm gonna stamp in, oh, I don't know what color. Let's do Granny Apple Green because that's kind of fun. And I've picked a Happy Birthday from Art Gallery. Okay, that's cute. I'm going to pop it up. With dimensionals. Ooh, that's pretty. And I think I'll just add a big rhinestone. There. Okay, ooh, I like that one too. I hope you guys give this a try. And it's a really pretty way to add some color to your cards. Also give it a try with Designer Series paper. That's a totally different look and a fun way to use up some of your sheets. So thank you so much for watching this today. I hope you give this technique a try and have a great day. Aloha.